We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Play action, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this.
Open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
12.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Luck on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Tyus Bowser in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Travis Carey there to make the tackle. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Second down, Collins. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Third down, Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Detroit!
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Luck now on second down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Luck. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4th. They find some open field here.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jamie Collins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
No. Check. Detroit. Gone.
Now Jackson on second down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Wide, 622.
Throwing is locked. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 2. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Watch him now, Barney.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3, 19.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19. Leopard. Gone.
From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Pick it up.
To throw again, Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are in for 6. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
12.
Out of the gun, Luck. He finds Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Cleveland after this. Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Jackson on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Steps away to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jamie Collins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Brought in left side by Snead. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none. Because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds here on his own 2-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how they hurt you. Now a give to Collins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Now Jackson looking to throw on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Luck now to throw. That's Njoku over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot. Hot.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down throw, Luck. And that is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
11Z.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Luck. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Luck. Flush to his right. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Reggie. Flash, let's do something. 11. Go ahead. 12.
To throw is Luck. Able to spin free. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
A give left side to Collins. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go. 56. Boom, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's Locke. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Love. Now he's flushed out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Wide open receiver complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Gone! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Landry now on the return. Oh, look at that. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st and 10, Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They pitch it out to Collins. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Jackson. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Luck now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Luck. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even